Why I wouldn't get the Fuji X-100f, but you might. Clickbait title. Excellent. Hey guys, Omar here, and the day has come. I have to return the Fuji X-100f back to Fuji. I just borrowed it for a little while, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on the camera and why, if I was buying my first camera or jumping into the Fuji system, that I wouldn't go with the Fuji X-100f, but you might. Now, I have a special place in my heart for the Fuji X-100 series. I had first heard about the Fuji X-100 through Zack. He had mentioned how impressed he was with the Fuji X-100 files. He was impressed by its size, but just the fact that he had a little street camera that he could bring everywhere and take these amazing pictures really inspired me, and I totally just picked up the Fuji X-100s without ever even seeing it. It just arrived, and I went on Zack word, and he was totally right. I had so much fun with that camera. It was just a grab and go, put in pocket. Kind of like the same feeling I have with the Fuji X-t20 now, where I just am carrying it around and doing photography for me. I had the same feeling with the Fuji X-100s. So I was super excited to have a chance to play again with the Fuji X-100 series. I'll tell you what I loved again about it, and what I kind of was missing from the camera. This, of course, is not going to be a technical review, and I'll link some people below that have done great jobs with introducing you to the camera. It relates only to me, okay? So if you're thinking of this camera, pick it up, borrow it, rent it, and see if it works for you. All right, what do I love about the camera? The files, number one. Typical Fuji, beautiful, film simulations, the usual, yada yada. Fuji 100f has the same sensor as the X-T2 and the Fuji X-t20, the new X-E3. So it has that gorgeous 24 megapixel sensor, so it takes gorgeous pictures. Next, its looks, its styling. I mean, I'm pretty shallow, so the camera's gotta look good. I mean, if you don't care about how the camera looks, get a Sony. So the camera looks fantastic. It's got great styling. It's got that sort of rangefinder, beautiful feel. So that's important, how you look with the camera. Joystick. It's got a little joystick on the back. Totally love that. Before, you had to use the D-pad to move your focus point around, so that was a great addition to this series, the Fuji X-100f. Being able to put it in your pocket. The Fuji X-t20 in your pocket. I always love the Builtin ND Filter. It has, if it's really bright out and you want to shoot at 2.0, it's got a little ND filter built in. And one of my top favorite features of this camera, it's minimum focus distance. It's like ridiculously incredible. And it lets you get just fantastic close-up shots of food, of Captain America. And actually, it's a knock on the camera. A lot of people think that the wide open at 2.0 that the camera's soft, but really it's got such a minimum focus distance that if you get so close to something, really nothing is in focus because the depth of field is so slim. Anything you're shooting super close at 2.0 comes out hazy. If you stop down the lens close up, like doing macro, you'll get better results. But why I wouldn't get it now? You can't think of the Fuji X-100 series as kind of like a jack of all trades. Actually, its limitation of having a fixed lens is actually a lure for a lot of photographers, because since it has a 23mm 35 equivalent lens, that forces you to work. That actually is great. That's a great thing. It forces you to create pictures with that lens. You can do landscapes with this if you wanted to. So that is the lure of the camera, that you walk out the door and you take this thing and you make beautiful pictures with it, and there's so many people that do. And if I was a millionaire, I would totally just own it. Problem is, I'm not a millionaire, and so for me, I wanted to swap out super wide. I just picked up this 56 1.2, which is incredible. I kind of wanted the versatility of having the ability to switch lenses. And the size of the Fuji X-t20 is about the same size as the 100f, and if I wanted my Fuji X-t20 to be as small, I could buy a little pancake lens on here and actually make my camera smaller. So that's why one reason I went with the Fuji X-t20. Second big reason, I tried to vlog with the Fuji X-100f, and it wasn't so easy.
They all managed to get...
Testing, 1, 2.
Does it have stabilization? Do you have image? Okay, we are going to a restaurant. We're gonna get drinks. It's a big step for my boy. He walked to school alone today, so that's pretty huge. We're proud of him. We're here at the diner getting breakfast.
Let me show you how I vlog with my Fuji X-t20 and why I wouldn't even get a Fuji X-t2, because when we're on vacation or if I'm just photographing, videoing the family and want to shoot something really quick, here's how fast it is. Switch the camera on, switch it to video, and flip the switch to auto. And the camera, I'll show you right now, it's got face detection on. So right now, I'm filming with the Fuji X-t20, I can start talking right into the camera. Hey guys, how are you? How you doing? And it's quick. I don't have to worry about exposure, shutter speed. There's an auto switch. There's image stabilization on my 18 to 55. So for me, my Fuji X-t20 is great for vloggy video, for family video. I can grab it, switch it on, and just start recording. But the Fuji X-100f has face detection, but you have to dial in all your exposure settings before you start recording, and I had many failures in trying to record video with it. It doesn't have image stabilization for video, so that's a little annoying. So for my uses, I want a camera that can take amazing pictures, but also I want to vlog on it. I want to just video the family having breakfast really quick, and I want to just put it on video mode and switch on just start recording. It also doesn't have 4K. So anyway, it's not designed to be a video camera by any means, but for me, again, this is all about me. That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't go just with this one. This would be a primary street photography camera for me and no video. And the last, you know what it's gonna be, El Flippy Flippo. I love the Flippy Flip on the Fuji X-t20. I use it to get down low. I use it to go up high and shoot. I just love it. I need it. And again, for shooting from the hip on street and also for video, the Fuji X-t20, I love just looking down at the camera like that. And when I was playing around with the Fuji X-100 series and I was shooting low to the ground, I was again laying down on the ground. So not a crazy deal breaker, but for me, I like having the flip screen. But again, the lure of the camera is the group that loves this camera. They don't want all that stuff. They want it to be simple, wonderful, grab and go, take beautiful pictures with it. Now, if you kind of want this styling and this look, you may want to check out the Fuji X-E3 because that has interchangeable lenses and it's very similar. That could be a choice if you want to take this lens off and put on the 56 one. Ooh, look at that. Another thing I wasn't super crazy about was this little, how you change the ISO on this. It's kind of like you lift it up and twist. I miss sometimes, and again, it's probably like a muscle memory thing. People who have this camera do it really quick. But in the short time that I had it, I would change the shutter speed if I was trying to change the ISO. So I didn't really love that. With that said, you can program the buttons to be anything you want. So you can make the front button be ISO or the back button and make that your ISO dial. So again, if you guys are interested in this camera, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it has a perfect niche. So if you're into street photography, if you want to be limited on purpose by that 23mm 35 equivalent lens, then go for it. It's an awesome camera and I loved it when I owned it. Just for my needs, it doesn't totally work out, but it's all about you. Think about what your needs are.